Hello, and today I will be doing a Halo Reach video. First, there was Halo Combat Evolved. Then, the sequel, Halo 2. After that, claimed the best in the series, Halo 3. After that, the RTS, real-time strategy game, Halo Wars. And after that, the worst game in the series, Halo 3 ODST. Now, Halo Reach. The best game so far, in my opinion. First we will take a look at weapons. After that we will take a look at many other things. This is the assault rifle. I don't notice many other changes, other than nothing really. It's close range, does a fair amount of damage. I don't use it. It's a main weapon, it's an important weapon. This is the energy sword. It's stooped down from Halo 3 and 2 and stuff. What it does is, when you swing it at someone, when the reticule is red, it will lock onto them and attack them. The time for it to come out is a lot slower now, and the range at which it locks on is a lot closer. It does a bit less damage too, and you can parry it with melees. I'm not sure if you could do that before, but you can now. I recommend pressing B when you use it, because it's quite fast. This is the focus rifle, or as me and quite a few friends like to call it, the gator rifle. It's like the beam rifle from the old game mixed with the sentinel rifle from the old game, and the sentinel beam. And what it does is it fires a constant beam at the enemy, and it does a considerable amount of damage. Doesn't do that much though. And if you miss though, it tends to, you aren't going to be able to kill them very well. It has a zoom, I'm pretty sure, double zoom probably, and it's more like for a sniper weapon. Yes. This is the fuel rod gun, fuel rod cannon, or fuel rod. It shoots fuel rods, I guess is what you're gonna call it. I think it has a bigger clip, and it does more damage, I think. It bounces on impact with the ground, depending on how close or far you are. If you're too close, it'll just explode. If too far, it'll just explode. It does quite a bit of damage. It's considered a power weapon, just like the energy sword. It's quite good. It can kill. It has a good killing capacity. I'm probably not doing a very good job explaining. This is the plasma launcher. It launches plasma grenades, which are sticky grenades. The way you use it is you point at an enemy, wait for the reticule to turn red, and lock onto them. You will know that by, I think it beeps. I haven't really used many of the weapons in the DMR, because I've mostly played SWAT. You'll hear me talk a lot about SWAT in this. But, when you use it, you will lock on, as I said before, then you will hold the trigger, or whatever you use to shoot, and it will activate the 4 things the longer you hold it, and then once you release, you shoot them, and it homes on to people, and it shoots quite fast, and it sticks to more surfaces than the normal plasma grenade. The way I'd use this is in a group of like 3 or 4 people, shoot a couple in there, to just kill them all, unless they scatter. But the only reason I use 4 is if you aren't sure you're gonna hit someone. Say someone's flying up in the air, and you're not sure you can hit them, just activate all 4 of them. Yep, this is the shotgun. It's pretty close to the same. I think the effective range was increased, and the instant kill range was decreased. There's an instant kill range, which is fairly close, and you shoot and it's an instant kill, and at fair range, if you shoot it'll do damage to them, but not very much. It is a scatter weapon, so if you're not close enough you can hit multiple enemies, except it will do very little damage if you hit multiple enemies. I guess it's a slower weapon, and it takes quite a while to reload. I'd mainly only use this if you're gonna like hide around the corner or something, you know. Because if you're running at someone with the sniper, boom, headshot, they'll kill you. This is the gravity hammer. This weapon is a hammer that you slam into people. It has a radius. Oh, and fuel rod cannon has splash damage, which is an important part of it, which means that the bullet explodes into an area effect. Yeah, this has that, except it's not splash damage, it's just an area effect. And it locks on a bit, and it does less damage than the last game, I'm pretty sure. Like, most of the time it's instant kill. If you're gonna attack with it, it's gonna be instant kill. But the way I'd use this is, if a group's running at you, they're getting really close, switch out into this, and you might kill the whole group. There's a chance you will. This is the DMR, the replacement for the BR from the past 3 games, or however many. It has a scope, you can zoom in, and it's single shot, and it's the SWAT weapon, and I like this more than the BR, but there's quite a controversy about it. And the reason I like it so much is because it's single shot, so you get your shots right. With this, it's 5-shot kill, 4 shots to take out the shields, 1 shot headshot to kill them. The way I use it is shoot them 4 times in the body, because it's just easier to hit them in the body than in the head constantly. It's just better, and it still does the same amount as in the head, and then look up and shoot them in the head. Bloom, I find, is quite noticed on this weapon, and Magnum and the sniper rifle, and I mainly noticed it on human weapons. The Bloom, it doesn't really affect me that much. Like, my bullets do spread, of course, I'm not hacking it, but I kind of am immune to it. I didn't notice until actually I was watching YouTube and they said that it has Bloom, and I was like, oh really? Because I had no idea. Cause Bloom hasn't affected me yet, and I just kind of pretend it's not there still, because it doesn't really affect me. This is the grenade launcher. It shoots grenades, obviously. When you shoot it, it bounces off the ground and will explode in midair. But if you hold the trigger, it will go bounce for a while. And when you release it, it explodes and gives off an EMP, which will disable shields or vehicles for a bit. It does quite a bit of damage. The way I like to use it is I'm really good at banking it off the walls. So if there's a common place where people normally are, I'll find a good way to bank it off a corner. Just boom, bang, quick, and then switch to your DMR or whatever, finish them off with a headshot, you know. This is the needle rifle. This is it's the Covenant replacement for the DMR. It shoots needles, of course. It's like, I'm gonna get probably flamed for this, but like 6 shots or something to kill. the person, it's after a while you will get a super combined explosion, which means that all the shots that you put into a person will explode. And the reason it takes more shots than the DMR is because of the super combined explosion. It has one zoom, and it's accurate, just like the DMR, and it's like